Hola, the commish here. Watching a little NFL Red Zone today. Doing a little thinking about the league and half watching TV as I'm doing this. But also, you may see Jordan coming in randomly as he's playing with cars. I want to do a little whatever you want to call it, brief notation on our league right now. Primarily talking about some contracts, some negative side of things of what's going on with a few of the different members of the teams. We have four teams that are. Hold on. Terrell Pryor just got sacked. We have four teams that are kind of hurting right now. I was thinking, what would I do to fix my team if mine was as horrible as these bottom four teams? I'm referring to I Love Ditka, The Final Answer, Team 10, and The Prodigy. So one by one, I will be talking about these teams as far as some different things that they could possibly do to improve. One, I Love Ditka. I chose him first because he's 0-5. I do like his chances this week. But I'm looking at a couple contracts. I'm also looking at his future. And I decided this is what I would do. One, Marshawn Lynch, 127, 4 years. Way too much money you're paying for him. Of course, you want to try to trade him to a contender first and foremost at this point. I don't know if anybody would take that contract. I may even go as far as thinking about dropping him this year. You pay your 75% of his salary this year, 50% next year, and then it decreases down to 25% and 10% the following year. You ask why? Why would you drop someone like Marshawn Lynch? Well, number one, you're not going to win it this year. Number two, next year you only have $26 in salary cap room. The year after, only $53. This opens up a lot more possibilities overall and long term. The other two big contracts are Ridley at $81 for 5 years. I don't know how I feel about that right now. I would probably stay on it. But that one's even a nifty one. And then Stafford, $80 for 5 years, which I think you're way overpaying for Stafford at this point. Is it time to start over? I'm thinking so, and I think it starts with Marshawn Lynch. Two, The Final Answer. He's in a similar boat. He only has $55 to spend next year, and $74 the following year after that. Two big contracts are hurting him. Arian Foster, $139 at 5 years. Steven Jackson, $118 for 4 years. Again, I would highly consider, if you cannot trade them, which I don't think you're going to be able to, dropping both of them. Not only have you set yourself up for failure this year, as your record is going to start to indicate, next year you're going to have the exact same team as your draft. Wait, I might have your draft pick. But my draft pick might. What's going on, by the way, with St. Louis 31 to Houston 6? My draft pick will take up a majority of that salary cap. And then after that, what else are you going to do? How are you going to make your team better? You won't be able to, because you have $257 locked into two running backs that are getting older and older and older every year, especially Jackson, who's over 30 now. If you can't trade them, you might want to start to think about releasing them within the next few weeks. Team 10. Team 10 is already restructured. He has kind of prepared himself for the future. Riley Cooper just scored a touchdown. Restructured for the future. He's getting ready for next year. He's getting ready for the following year. I know I was one of the people who questioned his trade and whatnot, but all honesty, it's kind of worked out for him. And he has opened up room, so now he has $192 next year and $196 a year after that. But you gave away your draft pick. Congratulations, Doug. You're going to have a top 3 pick more than likely. And finally, the Prodigy, which you're right with him, Doug. The two contracts I'm looking at are Trent Richardson, $97 for 5 years. That's a lot considering he cannot get more than 3 yards a carry, does not score touchdowns, and averages about 6 points per game. Too much money. And the other one, injury, my hamstring, my toe, my hip, my head, my ear, Darren McFadden, 5 years at $66. Now, I don't think you necessarily overpaid for him too much, but you're running into the same problems as what Ditka and The Final Answer is you only have $55 next year. The following year you do have 204. So if you're preparing for 2 years from now, you're doing well. I don't like your chances though this year and next year. Just a few helpful hints from the commish. I had to do this in D1. I had to get rid of a whole bunch of players on purpose because my team was horrible at the beginning because I did not draft right either. But yeah, just some helpful hints. Enjoy watching the games today. I still can't believe Houston's losing by that much. But that's good for Hopkins and Johnson owners. Alright guys, I'm sure I'll chat with you later because I'm bored today. Jordan's not entertaining me enough. Alright, peace.